Hello everyone, SJW Africa here. And the question most of Jehovah's Witnesses ask, those ones that are disgruntled that usually would come on YouTube, is why are you doing videos? If you say the organization is not what it says it is, why don't you just move on? Okay, that's it. Now, and the reason why people like me would not move on is because, excuse me, I'm just, my daughter is, is at the door and I'm just freaking out. She might knock on that door and this show is going to be over. But I'm going to persist to continue to carry on. Um, so, if you are a Jehovah's Witness out there, I'll tell you what. When the activities of a group of people destroy lives, when the activities of a group of people destroy lives, then you don't just want to let it slide because lives are involved here. So my new slogan, I'm gonna start all my videos now. Why am I doing videos? I am doing videos because the activities of a group of religious organizations, some say they're not even Christian, the Jehovah's Witnesses, are destroying lives. So if the Jehovah's Witnesses reform today, if they jettison their blood policy, excuse this, if you can hear loud scream behind the marquise behind the door, so you just want to excuse whatever interferences you might be getting. So so I was saying that that the Jehovah's Witnesses have put lives at stake. And it is through this medium that people are waking up. I was woken up. It was through a YouTube channel that I started my awakening. So I did not know the videos that I'm making, what impression it could have on someone who was watching. Information is already out there, and so I'm just trying to tell it from the African perspective. It might impact on certain people who might find my message understandable from the African perspective or the general perspectives. So until these things are reformed, I wouldn't have any problem coming here. No, I'm not trying to say that there are no evil in other religion, but in as much as you say that you alone do the will of God here today, and that you alone will be saved at the end of the day, at the end of the world, Jehovah's Witnesses claim that only their organization, only those who worship the God Jehovah will be saved. So when you hold yourself to a very high standard, then you've got to measure up to it. When you measure up, when you set your standard very high, that standard that you have set for yourself is the reason why you have so many people, the outrage on YouTube, everybody, every minute of the day, a channel is open to talk about Jehovah's Witnesses. That's the reason why. No, I don't, you don't see as many Catholic critics or Baptist critics on YouTube because I can leave the Baptist church today and nobody's going to be after me. But you can't do that if you are a Jehovah's Witnesses. So that's the reason I'm doing videos. Until things change, I'm not going to stop. So today I'm gonna be talking about, just like I promised you, bringing you stories from Africa. And coming up, when a whole congregation literally falls asleep during a public talk in the Kingdom Hall of the Jehovah's Witnesses, then there is more questions to be asked than there are answers available. Now, in Africa, there's what they call juju. Those of you watching from the States or Canada or from the UK, the word juju, we call it black magic here. Black magic. And what does black magic do? Black magic, it's something they practice here that you'll hear people say that a thief comes in to rob people, and during the time this robbery was going on, the occupants of the house falls asleep. They will rob and leave until they will not wake up, until they're done robbing before, and immediately they step out of the house, everybody wakes up. It's called black magic. And those of you who are atheists, I don't have anything against atheists. You might not believe stories like that because you always think science has an answer to every question. Okay, I do believe in science, and I sure know science does answer a lot of questions, but I'm a born witness, and I have seen black magic in operation in Africa. So it's not something that I hear people say. I have seen it happen. Okay, no, black magic, juju, no, the African thing. So what happened on these Sunday morning was bizarre. No, it happened in a local congregation here in Nigeria. Some time ago, the news uh, uh, was in the air. Apparently, there are some elders in the congregation who are termed to be wizards or witches. Use the term wizards. It's either they are wizards or witches. The watchtower demonized Spiritism, but I tell you, most of these elders that run the congregations, most of them are wizards, and some have confessed to it. I was in the last congregation I left in my hometown before I left to the for the city. The presiding overseer was a wizard. He even confessed to it. During this confession, you have people come to the village square, and when this thing come upon them, they'll begin to tell all sort of things they have done during at night, how they have killed people, or how they caused accidents to happen, how they killed someone else's child. Now they begin to talk all of these things. So one of the the presiding overseer of my congregation actually confessed to it, that he uh, so after that confession, everything just went. It was as though nothing happened. He continued to be the presiding overseer. It was as though nothing happened. But the news is out there in the open. A confirmed wizard running the congregation. So it is with some of these congregations, forget all about the spiritism and the way they demonize activities of demon. There's actually a dark side of the Jehovah's Witnesses, though that is not the general understanding. But those who actually run, some of them are uh, visitors uh, to the dark world. I use the word dark world. So apparently these elders, this congregation, this thing happened, that the whole congregation literally fell asleep. Apparently these elders who confessed to doing this uh, thought the messages from the platform were beneficial to the brothers. Though the watchtower is uh, crap, but the watchtower, I must tell you, teach some valid um, stuff. They teach some good stuff, common sense stuff. It could be how to be orderly, how to be organized, uh, how to spend judiciously, how to uh, watchtower sometimes uh, can teach you stuff. It's not, but the thing is, you can get to learn about these things even by reading books or other people, or even from other churches. Until you leave the Jehovah's Witnesses, you'll say that this information is available: how to live a good life, how to be morally upright, how to uh, stay away from spiritism, even why they dabble into spiritism, they would give you this stuff. So these local elders have this feeling that the information from Watchtower actually will cause certain brothers to want to straighten their path. And they feel that it was too good information that comes from Watchtower, in their own thinking, that it's gonna help to shape them better. So what they thought was that instead of them being fed with this information from Watchtower, common sense is not as though it's any information that is worth anything. But because they belong to the dark world, nothing. Yeah, they didn't want uh, any spiritual stuff that will keep the brothers' path straight as far as the discipline of the Jehovah's Witnesses is concerned. What an irony. These ones are elders in the local congregation, and at the same time, they did not want the information from the watchtower to penetrate to get to the brethren. So what they would do is that they would, by their magic, black magic, they would drive, um, they would drive broomstick, broomstick. I think you can say something like this, a broomstick. So they will go to the back of the hall and drive this broomstick. They'll drive it down. They'll peg it around the hall. They'll drive it and stick it right inside the soil, in strategic location, and that serves to put the brothers in the sleep mood. And why the talk is going on the platform, you see brothers and sisters begin to doze off. They begin to doze. They begin to doze until they'll sleep, just doze off completely. And the public, the public lecturer would be in amazement. So these things always happen, and they will come. He will get down and discuss. Hey, what's going on? What went on today? Everybody just fell asleep until this day that is one of the local elders involved in this very, very bizarre drama started confessing. This thing happens spontaneously. It's just like their lips has been sealed before, and as soon as their time comes to confess to the wrong they have done, you see them, they'll start confessing. So this local elder started singing like a bird. And in his confession, he narrated all that they have been doing for some time now, how they will make the brothers go asleep and how they would use the broomstick, how they would drive it in the four corners of the kingdom hall so the brothers doze off and don't get to benefit. Well, if you ask me, I think it's a good thing that they did that, because I don't think Watchtower has anything to offer. It's all crap. But it's one of those bizarre things. You will hear stories, you will hear from Africa, dirty stories you cannot even comprehend. And who does that? You just come to the hall and you are an elder in the congregation, and you belong to the dark world. You come in as an angel of light, and at night you begin to torment people and make people's lives uncomfortable. You take it to the hall, and when they're in this mood, you really can't stop them. When they're just in this mood to perpetrate evil or cause disharmony, cause confusion, that's what they're really all about. So it does happen. There's nothing special about your Jehovah's Witnesses. Right then, people will just close ears to all this nonsense happening, because you are made to understand that judgment will start in the house of Jehovah. So when these things happen, we'll say, well, this judgment will start from Jehovah's house. So these things are expected to happen. So as crazy as this stuff is, you just swoop it. So I thought I'll let you know, just talk about the black magic here. It still does happen. I'm going to be making another videos about also about black magic and actual connection with most presiding overseers in Africa. I don't know about what's going on in the Western world, but there is a connection of black magic, people of the dark world taking up the seat, the very apex, in the religion of the Jehovah's Witnesses. And I'll be giving you examples of men and presiding overseers who belong to the dark world. So that's communist on SJW Africa. That's my daughter right there. So thank you very much for stopping by and tuning to this channel. And I want to thank all you subscribers those that have brought me up to the number I am right now. I have these amazing surprise subscribers. They don't just subscribe to my channel, they also want other people to subscribe to it. So thank you very much, and please excuse the noise, and I'm just going right back to try to attend to them. I'll see you in my next video. This is SJW Africa. See you in my next video.